What if I told you the man who discovered gravity believed in prophecy, that the scientific genius who changed our understanding of the universe also spent decades decoding biblical secrets and searching for the voice of God? You know Isaac Newton, the scientist, but in the next few minutes, you'll meet Isaac Newton, the philosopher, the mystic, the seeker of hidden truths. This is the side they never taught you. In school, we were taught about the falling apple, the 3 laws of motion and gravity. But Isaac Newton wasn't just a man of science. He was a man of questions, big ones, eternal ones. Who are we? What governs reality? Is there a divine force behind all things? Today, we dive into the lost side of Newton's mind, a mind not only driven by reason, but by reverence. In the 17th century, science wasn't called science. It was called natural philosophy, the pursuit of truth through observation, reflection, and logic. Newton wasn't separating science from philosophy. He believed understanding the cosmos was a way to understand the mind of God. He once wrote, "Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion." For Newton, uncovering physical laws was a spiritual act. The universe to him was not random, it was divinely engineered. Newton believed in absolute space and time, concepts that exist independently of anything else. To him, time wasn't just a measurement, it was a reflection of God's presence. In his words, God is not eternity or infinity, but eternal and infinite. For Newton, the cosmos wasn't just particles in motion, it was a canvas where divine will painted reality. This view clashed with philosophers like Leibniz, who believed time and space were relational. But Newton stood firm. To him, without God, science had no foundation. Few know this, but Newton wrote over 1 million words on alchemy. He wasn't just chasing gold, he was chasing truth hidden in matter. To Newton, alchemy was the key to unlocking God's secrets. He searched for the philosopher's stone not for riches, but to understand the divine structure of nature. Alchemy was sacred science, and Newton was its silent devotee. Beyond alchemy, Newton wrote extensive texts on biblical prophecy, eschatology, and ancient temples. He believed the Bible held hidden codes, messages from God about the end of time. He studied the book of Daniel, Revelation, and early church history obsessively. In private, he predicted the apocalypse could come as early as 2060, not as a doomsayer, but as a philosopher seeking the cosmic rhythm behind history. Beyond alchemy, Newton wrote extensive texts on biblical prophecy, eschatology, and ancient temples. He believed the Bible held hidden codes, messages from God about the end of time. He studied the book of Daniel, Revelation, and early church history obsessively. In private, he predicted the apocalypse could come as early as 2060, not as a doomsayer, but as a philosopher seeking the cosmic rhythm behind history. To Newton, there was no conflict between faith and science. He saw them as two languages describing the same ultimate truth, one of logic, one of mystery. In this, Newton reflects the ancient philosophical tradition, a blend of rational thought and sacred wonder. He believed the universe was a living symbol, and that to study it was to pray. In a world obsessed with either cold facts or blind faith, Newton reminds us of a deeper path, a path where knowledge is sacred. Where the quest for truth isn't a debate, it's a devotion. Isaac Newton wasn't just a scientist, he was a philosopher of the cosmos. He taught us that to understand gravity is noble, but to ask why gravity exists is divine. So maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't separate science from soul, because the truth needs both. If this side of Newton surprised you, wait until you meet the philosopher who changed the world without ever writing a book. Click the video on your screen to discover the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and why his meditations still shape minds today.